It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Expressed by the hosts, their guests, callers, and advisors on Eye of the Nation are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2026. All rights are reserved.
Hello, welcome to Eye on the Nation. I'm Lee Miller.
And I'm Sandy Brown.
You see, I wore my blue because it reminds me of the monarchy.
The what?
The monarchy.
The monarchy? Mm-hmm. The what?
The monarchy.
I wore my green in solidarity with...
Don't you just want to sing, God save our gracious
Absolutely not.
Long live our noble king.
Absolutely
God
not.
Save the king.
No.
Da 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 da, send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the king. You don't get that when you see me?
You took your meds today?
I was supposed to take the meds?
I just asking. I'm just trying to figure out where we going today.
I was just trying to tell you what I was going for.
Yeah, it's
So you have a royal blue, a little soft blue blend, a little blue gray tie, a little light color. You know,
today was interesting.
it was.
Today was the official opening of Parliament. Mm-hmm. Of course, we're going to get into all of that, of course.
No one told Grammy Glenna. She can't do
No, you leave her alone. We're going to talk about that later. You keep jumping. It's the official opening of Parliament today.
Yeah.
Speech from the throne. Government laid out its legislative agenda for the next 4.5, 5 years, things that they're going to focus on. The jeering and stuff already started. They acted like children a little bit in the House this morning.
Yeah.
The Senate was as composed as they normally are. That's what I tell you. Senators are always, I don't know, it's something about being in the Senate. It's like you have to be...
An adult?
Yeah.
You know what else today
and then they put the children in the house.
You know what else today is?
What?
Today is International Everybody Sweetheart Mad with Them Day. Oh, because I can tell you, I don't want you to believe that because everybody tipping. You know Miss Nix? You know who's Miss Nix?
I'm not...
My grandma used to always say whenever you get dressed up and you walk, my grandma used to say, you're on your tipping like Miss Nix. But don't mind you see them tipping toe like Miss Nix. I want you to know that there are some people somewhere looking at some of these pictures and they are bewildered.
Well, we have all of the highlights from today. Highlights from the speech of the throne, some things that were said in the House, who was elected, House Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Speaker in the Senate, Deputy in the Senate. What else do we have? The fashion do's and don'ts. I must say, the fashion didn't disappoint me today.
Sure.
There was one or two people I was like, huh? But they were more like attendees and not really, the wives, I think, tipped today. They stepped out.
Some people.
The husbands
overshot
stepped
it.
out.
Some people undershot it.
Some people didn't try.
Yeah. But some people kind of landed squarely on the target.
Yeah. So we're going to have all of that today, as well as the highlights, like I said, from the speech from the throne. What else are we doing today?
all of the things that happened today.
Yeah, just all of the things that happened today. We're going to get into when we come back from the break, obviously. Hopefully, the meds would have kicked in by now to people
Or
saying,
you could just learn, send him victorious, happy and glorious.
Someone say, see,
Love
I see what you be telling us about
bring
leaving. You see why I
hope
have to do the things to
for
leave him?
us.
Okay.
You gotta
when
end
you
it.
leave
End it,
him
end it. You have to
to
say-
his own devices,
Oh boy.
this is what
What
happens.
did, come on. God save.
There's one or two court stories I wanted to touch on today as
Okay.
well. I know, it's not all politics centered, just some low.
I thought one thing was very interesting, right? Like I say, since we know what the word satirical means, because someone along the campaign trail was vehemently and adamantly trying to teach us, the lowly electorate, what the word satirical means, right?
Okay.
And so they said at some point today that I did watch that today looks like more of the same. And I said to myself, yes, that's exactly what the people wanted when they voted for a two-term government. You can't say it's more of the same, Uncle, because more of the same was exactly what we wanted.
And there was a group that boycotted. You would have never known. They boycotted. So we're going to read their
That's
statement.
like when your
so we have
auntie you
their
don't
statement.
like, say to your other auntie, she ain't coming to your house. Wow. Oh, auntie, I'm so hurt. Oh, how my heart aches within me. Oh, auntie, please, say it ain't so.
They stayed home. They say they.
Temperature check.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe Wallet, or even Sand Dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Neven Miller.
I'm signing up.
Why do
Okay,
you
so
not know the British national anthem?
at first I was like, I didn't have on a chain because I left it home. So I didn't want the shirt to be open. And then now I'm buttoning it and I feel like it looks weird.
I feel like we wouldn't have known if you didn't tell us.
I'm looking at myself.
Yeah, but like how in the movies when the dead man breathe, and only the people who really watching the movies can see. Yeah, I actually have a cousin that does that, by the way. See him breathing? Why are you watching for that? But yeah, we wouldn't have known if you didn't tell us.
Okay, so now that I've told you, should I open it back up?
I think you actually look. I think you look rather John Bull.
Anyway, don't forget that Canoe is a digital modern payment platform built specifically for Bahamian businesses. And it makes it more easier to accept payments, send invoices, and get paid faster. Everything you need to get paid all in one place. From scan to pay, where customers can pay you instantly, to digital invoicing that helps you stay organized and get paid quicker, Canoe simplifies how you do business. You can even turn your website into a checkout experience or integrate Canoe directly into your systems with our API. Ready to accept digital payments the local way? Well, visit www.canoepays.com and sign up today.
For all your everyday needs, call Canoe.
All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty, the everything of what happened today. Of course, we're gonna just start with what happened. So for everybody who didn't know, because I had a coworker who was in traffic for an hour and a half. I woke up this morning and I remembered. And I said, I am not going that way. I went the other way. But apparently there were people that didn't remember that Bay Street was going to be closed today for the greater part of today because ceremonies were taking place there. Or people thought that, I think because there was the announcement that it was moving to Atlantis, I think that people thought everything was going to be happening at the Atlantis.
Agreed.
And they didn't think that it would have been cut up into those parts.
No, but the announcement said, hey, we going to the Atlantis. But everybody who ain't going to the Atlantis, come here. And that everybody includes the 41 members of Parliament. The what is it? 12 and 4 is how much? 16? The 16 members of the Senate. All of their aides. All of their drivers.
What I'm saying is that announcement, I think people honestly just thought that when they said it was moving to the Atlantis, that everything was going to happen there. I don't think that people thought that all the stuff that happened with the House and the signing and the House meeting and all of that and in the Senate was going to happen, and then they moved there to the House for the speech for the throne. So there were people that were caught up in traffic this morning, and I think that it was because they said it was supposed to be bad weather, but it was hot today. They could have actually been out there. Now, a little birdie whispered to me that wasn't the reason that it was moved. A little birdie said that they may have been scared that there were going to be some protests or picketing, and they didn't want to have to deal with that today on this blessed day, and so they decided to go to the House. I mean, over
to
PI,
the Atlantis. Okay.
to the Atlantis. So it all started.
What then stopped the protesters from protesting all along the must be 12 ceremonies of swearing in we had this week? Like I imagine.
No, because this would have been this would have been a really good day to do it. So I assume that's what I heard. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just saying a little birdie whispered to me that is why they decided to have it at the House. I mean, at Paradise Island instead of having it there because it didn't rain today.
I also want to say the air conditioning there. Could we just have the ceremony wherever the air conditioning?
Yeah. Beautiful looks green and you, Sandy. Thank you. Someone said you look nice too, leaving.
I'm not listening to these people.
They said you look nice too.
No. I was the one that said you should wear emerald green every day because this is obviously your color. Who these people even is?
Our loyal,
Who these people even is?
Our loyal listeners.
I'm not listening to them.
But they even said that you looked good. They said to stop singing.
I'm not listening to them. What else you have for us?
Anyway, so the speech from the throne, well, that happened after. So everybody went to the House today, all of the parliamentarians, all of the senators. I didn't get to watch the Senate. Did you?
I didn't watch the Senate.
I didn't watch the Senate because it was going on simultaneously. So you kind of had to choose which one you wanted to watch. I chose the House.
Plus, I just thought that the goings-on of the Parliament took off with such a firecracker start. I have to commend Kingsley Smith for being the calmest, coolest cucumber in the fridge.
Listen, we have to get into that, but we're going to get into that a little later into the show. You know, we like to save some of the juiciest things for the 5 o'clock hour. But the children acted like children today. They did exactly what it was that was expected, and I called it. I want to say that I called it. I called it from he was announced to be running for them. I said this man is going to overshadow. I said he's going to cause a ruckus, and I said he's going to do more than the leader.
Well, I want to tell you something else you should say. You should say that they should make him swear in again, because, an oath is exactly that. You don't get to change the words at whim of an oath. And if you didn't say the oath as per the way it is written in the act, then did you in fact take he might still not be the member of Parliament yet.
Well, anyway, so for those of you who don't know, these are who were elected. I mean, we all know all of the other positions. Senator Lachelle Adderley, she's been re-elected the president of the Senate. She was the president of the Senate before. And Senator Kenan Thompson has been elected vice president.
Which is now causing a bit of controversy.
Why?
Well, because there is a school of thought or a college of Negroes who believe that his posting as a parliamentary secretary conflicts with his appointment as a deputy president. So remember now, the government of Bahamas is made up of three pillars, right? The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, correct?
Okay.
And there are guardians to each of those branches, right? So the prime minister is the guardian of the executive, and he ought to never allow the legislature to dictate to it. The Speaker of the House of Assembly is the guardian of democracy in the legislature, and of course, we know that the Chief Justice is the holder of the Gideon sword, right? He's the man that upholds righteousness. By virtue of his appointment to the cabinet through the appointment of a parliamentary secretaryship, right? Can he also safeguard democracy as the guardian of the gate? You follow me?
You know, I love how you say these things like these are the things that it's supposed to be, but it's not like that anymore.
But
let's be
it's
very
a
honest.
conflicting interest.
I don't think it is a conflicting interest. Let's be honest. The majority of the people who are appointed to the Senate are government appointees.
Agreed.
And anything that goes through the Senate, if the government wants it to go through the Senate, it will pass.
Agreed.
So much so, and it has been the practice for so long that people call the senators the rubber stamp. People go there and they just, nothing is actually, and no offense to the senators that are sitting there, but the Senate has now become a place where failed parliamentarians go, or a place where if government wants someone to be a minister and they weren't elected or didn't run, they put them in there to get them there. Right. So it's become a rubber stamp. Whatever the government wants to happen is going to happen. So to say it is a conflict of interest is to kind of think that he was going to go against the government anyway.
Except for, Francesca, you know, there is a tenet in natural law, right? That justice mustn't simply be done, but justice must have been seen to have been done. You follow where I'm going with this? So while I get it, he probably is going to talk to the prime minister up to the last minute before he goes into the Senate. You ought to always believe that the people that occupy these chairs have no color. They have no. It's like how
they are appointed by the government and the opposition.
But so is the speaker. And you know, we say this thing that the speaker is elected by the parliament. Man, who in here can say no? You mean the fella with the 33 seat?
They said no, and then nothing happened. Speaking of, so the speaker was also reelected. Patricia is the speaker again. I just want to say one thing to Patricia. I appreciate the fact that she is a woman fighting a lot of men in there. And I appreciate that there are men in there who do not respect her. I don't know if it's because of her position as a woman. And I know it is a tough situation to be in, because the adjectives that people use to describe her are adjectives they will never use to describe some of those emotional men inside the house, right? And I know it is difficult to be a woman and to be assertive. But your face, like, she don't hide her emotions well.
I don't think it's something she's attempting.
And I just feel like hide it a little bit, even when she's a woman who speaks with her hands and her face and her neck. And so even when things aren't, even when she isn't trying to be rude, it still somehow appears to be a little bit, if you know what I mean.
I get it.
Even when she was taking her oath, as simple as that, it looked very I don't know.
It looked like, yes, you all counted me out, and
yes,
here I am.
That's how it looked. And
Madam Speaker.
Yeah, but it's okay to smile.
It is.
Too.
It is.
Like I just want to say that to her. And I also noticed when they asked if anybody had an issue with the speaker, all of the opposition members stood up.
Yeah.
But when they asked about the deputy speaker, none of them stood up.
Yeah.
Why? So y'all just personally have a problem with her?
No. Come on now. They've had quite an uphill battle out of Madam Speaker in the last iteration.
Well, they also been doing the most. Especially Adrian. Adrian has give that woman HELL.
Yeah.
He's going there and be like, I gonna get on this woman's nerves today.
Yeah.
And
he said there's two fires burning in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The great fire of the F&M Madam Speaker, and the fire that is burning between Madam Speaker and Sanan. She say a fire burning between us. Charlie, no fire burning with me. I'll never forget that one. That's
Listen.
But back to the Kenan Johnson's appointment, right?
That man named Thompson.
What do you name? Kenan Johnson.
Isn't it Thompson?
No,
It's
man,
Johnson?
and you correct me so forcefully.
Sorry, I thought it was Johnson.
Wow.
Sorry.
You know
Sylvanus Petty, by
you
the
almost
way.
had me going for a second.
Was deputy speaker. But the reason I moved on from that is because we were moving on from it.
No. Again, the only thing I wanted you to know was that it appears as though the Senate wasn't without some chiding of the government's pick, is my point. Which is abnormal. You don't see that for the Senate. Nobody cares. Nobody cares most times about who name me two deputy speakers.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my
why
point.
I don't think I didn't even hear that criticism. I think you made that up when you came here today because you wanted to have something to say, but I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Someone say it's her attitude. I don't think she has an attitude, you know.
I don't know if she has an attitude. That's just a general deportment.
Yeah, but I also think that you have to be very forceful in there. If any of y'all actually watch the House, not just the little clips that make the news, they be dragging her and raggying her in there.
Like Talia was a far more, mild-mannered Speaker of the House, albeit a woman, but she was also still a pretty, iron fist.
But I don't think that they did her anywhere near as bad as the way that they did. They try, and like she be in there trying to control them, and it's like kindergarten. Today was a prime example of the kindergarten stuff we're going to get to in a second. But I just wanted to say that she looked nice for the 2 seconds that we saw, because then she had to change into the speaker's
I also wish they could go back to ceremonial dress.
I wish they would not.
I love it.
I saw the ceremonial dress today. You and I are very different when it comes to this. I wanted to yuck them wigs off so bad.
It.
I was like,
it's so fantastic.
It's hot. Can we just move into...
Yeah, these are the trappings of the office. Nobody tells the Commissioner of Police not to put her bib on. You don't even know what the Commissioner of Police bib for.
No, but
that's my point. But I tell you one thing, when she come out here and the Governor General out here, she got this bib tie around her neck like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, but I'm also
one.
Yeah, I get that, but I just feel like it's some things that we need to move away from. And for me, but anyway, so we did have some people that boycotted. They sent a statement. I'll read a piece of the statement.
You think anybody know they did boycott? If they didn't send a statement, you think anyone would have missed them in the head count? I'm just asking. Like, do you think anybody would have genuinely say, well, I wonder where singing them is? We even didn't know y'all get an invitation.
I think so, because I think if they went, they would have made noise. So I think because the day was pretty quiet, people would have noticed that they weren't
the
there.
executive for inviting them, because if you didn't invite them, they could. No,
they had to invite them. They got a significant amount of votes in the election.
But I'm saying to you, right, that I don't know of any other occasion where a third party was actually invited. I don't know of any other occasion for that, or where a third party outrightly, declined an invitation.
Okay.
And all I'm saying is, my friend.
Anyway, this is what they said. I'm only going to read a little bit of it because we're not giving them too much attention. But Lincoln Bay did send out a statement, or Brown, depending on which day it is and what y'all want to call them. The Coalition of Independents is thanking the government for extending the invitation and to its leaders and candidates to the opening of Parliament. However, after careful consideration, we cannot in good conscience attend, participate, or celebrate the opening of Parliament at this time. It is our firm view that the recent election was stolen from the Bahamian people and that the electoral process was flawed from start to finish. A Parliament opened under a cloud of unanswered questions, unresolved irregularities,
I still don't think you land the plane on that one.
Irregularities.
Now you land the plane.
I didn't say it?
No, you said irregularities. I wasn't sure.
Sorry, I was trying to swallow and do all kind of things at the same time. Irregularities
now we
and serious allegations cannot simply be treated as business as usual. And then they started talking about the voter register and all of that stuff, and pretty much that they ain't coming.
If I was secretary to the cabinet, right?
I knew they had nothing to wear.
No, because you know, if somebody takes the time to send you a letter as to why they can't make your event, it is common courtesy to respond. So I would have sent them, because cabinet got the nice little hard card. I would have sent the hard card that says okie dokie, and then sign it and send it in a nice little envelope with the unicorn on it.
I mean, I didn't have nothing to wear. Lincoln only have 2 suits. He wore the entire election. So I think he had nothing to wear.
Well, I think he has more than 2 suits. It's the shoes that the jury is still out on.
But anyway, they didn't go. My co-host say, I know if anybody really noticed that they wasn't there, but they did not go.
We barely noticed Michael was there. Except for the fact except for the snarl, can you see it? He has what they call RBF.
Yes. But it is very difficult to be in opposition. And it's very difficult to be in opposition back to back, right? It's very difficult to be in opposition with so many government people. Like, there's so many government members of the House that they sitting with the opposition.
Yeah.
Right? So
Well, you
it's
could pick 'em
difficult.
off.
It's difficult. It's a difficult position to be in. But you got to take it with stride. You've been there before. It ain't like it's your first time, you know? And it ain't like you've been a prime minister and had to go back there. That's worse.
Yeah.
Christie them, Minnis, Ingram,
Christie had to sit there
they
while
literally went from prime minister to just sitting there.
And Christie had
right?
it worse, because Christie went from prime minister to leader of the opposition. When Ingram lost his prime minister, he resigned.
Yes.
So he can come to the House whenever he feel like. When Minnis lost his prime minister, they make him resign.
So, like,
so he just came whenever he felt like.
So, you know, I feel like if those men could sit in there and take it, and they took it, you know?
Certainly a fella that lose 5 times.
Yes. You know,
But he
even
said-
Brave sat there and took it
Yeah.
at some point as
Yeah.
well.
Then it was 4 of them. They could have come to the House in a sweat.
But what I'm saying is, you got to suck it up and you got to do what you got to do for the people that voted you in there.
Michael Pintard looked like when you squeeze lime on a fresh conch. You ever see how conchs just haul up and get tight? That's Michael Pintard. Like,
He looked like he did not want to be there.
just tell Lincoln type you one of these letters so you don't have to come either.
He looked like he did. He looks nice though.
Yeah.
He looks nice. I think
wife
his
was
wife looked
gorgeous.
nice.
His
I
wife
think his
was
wife looked
gorgeous.
nice. But you could tell when someone just does not want to be there. Like, he just seemed like, I'm here because I have to be here, but I really just don't want to be here. Anyway, when we come back, we have clips from today. We have some highlights from the speech from the throne.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
expect
bad.
more of the same from Pintard and the gang. Oh, but don't sleep on Sylvester. Sylvester has come for showtime, my friend.
We'll be back, y'all.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites. We offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This a 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon.
Food Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Brunson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K Payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 50 15K every week, 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
We coming back.
I was watching the PLPs.
I mean, come on, man. At some point, you have to focus. You cannot just leave it up to me.
Asani, you know something? You are right. I don't even know what got into me.
Say you're right again. I don't think everybody heard you when you said that.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levin Miller.
I'm Sani
I
Brown.
was watching these PLPs, boy. Man, that's plenty material. There's no
Listen,
material,
there's no
material store in the Bahamas.
there's no more fascinators, there's no more lace, there's no more pink, I mean, listen, these people won today. I think, honestly, I thought everybody who needed to look well looked well. We're going to come to all the fashion and stuff a little later. But I do think that everybody who looked good, who was supposed to look good, looked good. It was one or two little people you could tell that they didn't really want to be there.
Pia was...
We're not going there yet. I keep telling you that. We have a run. No, do not. You're not going to say it. You're not going to say it because you're not throwing us off.
Go on. Every time I think about it.
Yes, but we're not doing that now. That's not where we are. We have to follow the rundown.
That was just my caveat.
Okay, can you bring it up? Because I can't. This man done caused me to get lost now from my train of thought. All right. So where were we? Okay, so everybody took their oath. Everybody sat down. Some things happened while some people took their oath. We're going to get to that drama in a bit. The Senate met. I think the Senate went faster. So they went down to Atlantis a little ahead of the members of Parliament. Who ended up eventually going there. They ended up in the ballroom, which was nice. It looked nicely decorated. You had a lot of fans, a lot of people that were there that dressed up. I don't know if I love any government enough to get that dressed up and sit inside there and listen to the speech of the throne. But it is what it is, you know.
It's free lobster and lamb and champagne.
Okay.
The menu is usually...
It was very crowded. And can I say, I've covered it before as a reporter, but I'm trying to remember if it was like when they walked in, people stood up and clapped. Has it always been like that?
Well, a lot of it has been outside, so seating and comfort had a lot to do with it. You put people in the air condition, that changes the tone and tenor.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the as much as the F&M and the COI may make noise and say this is not what the Bahamian people wanted, the Bahamian people that were in there, when the government walked in, they stood up and cheered. Like they were clapping and like you could feel the excitement and the elation. Even when the Prime Minister walked up to give the Governor General the speech from the throne, people were clapping and cheering. Like, you know, it seems as though people are happy with the decision, even though there's a large population, a large section of the population that may not be.
And maybe those people are so happy they thought this child I even ain't got to come out there. I say fit brave.
And a lot of people were watching it. Shout out to Eyewitness. They had a live from this morning straight up until I think maybe like an hour ago. I thought election night was rough, having to talk for those many hours. But, you know, it is what it is, and everybody made it through the day. Leaving is just like a bad child. I know Sani's want to pinch him so bad. Not pinch. I just want, you know when your grandma used to flick you on the air?
Oh, no, pinching is, don't pinch me, you could wake up my childhood trauma.
Used to get pinched a lot?
My granddaddy's an ultimate pincher.
No, I used to want to flick you on your air. All right, we're going to get to the comments in a second, but Eyewitness News did manage to catch up with Sabas after everything was happening. Was asking about all of the drama and the stuff surrounding his appointment, and he was like, look, y'all could I just ready to work. Like, I ain't into all of this stuff. I just ready to do the people's job. This is what he had to say.
Listen, at the end of the day, we want everybody to like you, sell ice cream. I'm here to represent the Bahamian people. There's 3,386 residents voted for me to represent them in the House of Assembly. It's the largest number of persons by far. And, I'm just excited to carry out that mandate, humbled for the opportunity. And, I'm going to put in the work and let the rest.
He looks nice as well. It wasn't anything that I was like, wow. The lady you had with him, she looked very nice. She had on like a little cream outfit. I guess we're gonna get into all of that when we get into the fashions. But to me, he looked normal.
I think he looked like somebody that's comfortable in a suit.
But he always has on a suit. That's why, to me, he just looked normal. When you see most of the men, to me, just looked normal because they normally wear those kinds of clothing anyway. You have one or two that wore, what did you call them? Morning suits?
Morning suits.
I learned a lot of new terminologies today, too. That looked different, but he just looked kind of normal. But he's like, look, I'm just ready to go to work. All these people making noise, they could continue to make noise. I've already been appointed. I have a community I have to serve and a brand new ministry that I have to at least prove myself in. So this is where my focus is going to be. Y'all could continue to argue about that. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, I think the Christian Council has proven that it's just not in lockstep with the will of the people, which is not a place that I think they should try to exist, particularly because, as the world evolves, the church's message is becoming a harder one to sell. It's difficult to sell an invisible God to people, and therefore, the people who are the ambassadors of this invisible God must live lives that mirror the God they claim they worship, right?
Okay.
And the vitriol, the messages of hate, the messages of borderline jaundice, jealousy, that's just not where we want to be. Jesus hung out with the least among us, so much so that they called him a wine bibber, right? And there are any number of social issues, and this isn't the way I like to argue because projecting never adds to the argument. But there are specific things that the Bible speak to, like usury, that I don't hear the church ever. I don't see the church one time wrap a line around one of these bank.
They did
go over there and pour oil on that and sing Kumbaya.
They did put out a statement yesterday. We didn't get to go to it because we had a lot going on with the show.
I feel the same way about that statement as I do about Lincoln's.
Two things. Somebody said that, is this true?
I don't know.
Keenan has been removed as deputy Senate president.
It would make sense.
Boy, y'all do being saved. Talking about what individuals do is one thing, but people close. What did we say about anybody wearing what they wore? As a matter of fact, I think I said everybody looks nice.
Yeah, I do think not everybody took my advice.
Well, it's okay, but
no, it's not okay to not wear Spanx. You should put Spanx on.
But I mean, what did we say that was so mean? We ain't get there yet. I mean, at some point, somebody probably is going to say something, but I don't think we said anything that was mean. But anyway, I don't know where the breaking news came from. That's what somebody said. I don't know if that's true or not. I guess we're going to have to wait.
It's one of those very interesting dances, and it would be interesting for it to happen to him.
Oh, maybe when I said Lincoln only had 2 suits.
Well, he certainly only has 1 shoe. And I have the pictures to prove that. But again, or the pictures that largely suggest that. But maybe that's this comfortable shoe. Who knows? But again, the reason why that happening to Keenan Johnson would be so interesting is because remember he's been their legal wig on this whole ride. It would be curious that he overlooked that. Am I making sense to you?
Yeah, but they're saying that that's what's happening in the Senate now. That Wayne just moved the motion.
Yeah.
So I guess
It's a kerfuffle. It's unnecessary. You don't need to put yourself in such an awkward position. Just pick somebody else. No one will care.
So I said Miss Major is now the president, the vice president.
Okay. There you have it. Another woman.
I'll wait and see.
Yay, confetti.
Oh, jeez. I'll wait and see
that doesn't surprise
if anything official comes. We do have something from Cynthia Mother-Pratt, who's the Governor General, who looks good today, by the way, and read very well.
I hope you all don't make that woman dress up no more.
Well, this is a part of her job.
Yeah, but
this is the most work she's done probably since she's become GG.
But I don't think I've ever seen a Governor General had to do this many reoccurring swearing-ins. Like, this was a loaded week for the Governor General.
Anyway, she looked nice today. She read very well, and this is a part of what she had to say today.
For the first time since 1997, the Bahamian people returned an administration to office for a consecutive term. This outcome carries a greater significance beyond the political achievement. It reflects public support that the country should continue in the direction started. It reflects public desire to continue to bring about profound changes in our country.
Yeah, and so for the first time since 1997, long before many Bahamians were born, a government has been returned to office. Her voice does sound very strong, though.
Yes, she read very well.
Yeah.
And it seemed like I said, it seemed as though the people that were in there enjoyed some of the things. Of course, we do have some of the highlights from the speech from the throne. I could tell you some of the things that I heard that I'm looking forward to. I won't say excited about. I will say I'm looking forward to seeing if it is things that actually do get accomplished. But we do have Pintard, who said that he listened to the speech. Okay, so now we're going to the highlights. Okay, so we're going to read some of the highlights from the speech from the throne.
All right, let's go for it.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to
the national pension policy. What did I say?
That says housing. I don't know why you're even attempting to read it. I'm trying to pull it up. So
national rental. Did I say? What did I say?
I don't know. But housing, it was one of the things that I can say that I was excited to see, because they did talk about a renters program, and they did talk about protecting renters. And I know this was something that you and I didn't agree on, because you feel as though landlords need to be protected.
They only protect the renters. Remember, that's exactly what happened.
I don't think that is actually the case, especially seeing. I know you look at it from a different point of view. But for housing, this is one of the things that they said. There's going to be a national rental policy registration system with enforceable living standards and stronger protection for tenants.
Fine.
There's going to be affordable homes and rent-to-own programs that will continue. That's something they said on the campaign trail.
Fine.
And then the introduction of a residential tenancy authority to enforce rental standards across the Bahamas. So maybe the authority is something that's going to protect the landlords as well as the tenants.
It sounds like the policy is skewed. And I'm telling you that to date, there are still many homeowners who have bought their house as a means of passive income, who are grappling with the realities faced in a post-COVID world because of an administration that swung the pendulum too heavy towards one side as it relates to renters.
I can't agree with you with that. I've seen it on both sides. I've seen the ridiculous amount of rent that people charge for conditions that people should not be forced to live in. I've seen people posting pictures where they're paying rent and landlords are refusing to fix the places, and it's infested with rodents, and this don't work and that don't work. So I think that there needs to be protection on both sides.
But you've never seen a situation where the Prime Minister has told the landlord he could do that. What you have witnessed is a Prime Minister that has told tenants.
Wasn't that during COVID?
But
what happened. But what I'm saying, it was no.
You don't have a right to not pay your debt, because I still paid my mortgage through COVID.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that was an exception. That's not the rule. You cannot use an exception as the rule. Normal and regular circumstance, you can honestly say that on both sides there's more legislation that is needed to protect both people.
I don't disagree. The point I'm making is, if you make a policy that affects the payer, you have to also make a policy that affects the payee, especially if the payee has somebody to pay.
So go to Minnis and argue about that, because that was the Minnis administration that did that, and this is a different administration.
All I'm saying is I don't want them to lend themselves to the same folly is what I'm saying.
Well, before you argue about it, can we see what it is? I'm hoping, like I said, that it is something that protects, because I've also seen landlords talk about how tenants ain't pay, and you cannot evict them. You have to actually take them to court. You
Right.
can't legally put somebody
Right.
out. And so I know that there are difficulties on that side as well. So hopefully with whatever this new rental policy protection
Hopefully
is,
we make a horrible
it'll be-
tenant glossary, so I could type your name into the never let this person rent a house nowhere ever in life glossary and find out why you should live outside. Because that's where some
say
tenants should live.
1 bedroom is $1,500, no kids. 2 bedroom, $2,000, no kids. It's serious. And then another thing that people were talking about with protections is because a lot of landlords now aren't even renting anymore. They're turning their apartments into Airbnbs.
Right, because we don't deal with y'all who just break the bathroom faucet every 6 weeks.
Yeah, but we also don't want to deal with y'all who don't fix anything either.
Right, because the faucet in my house, I ain't break it in 10 years. You live here for 10 weeks and break the faucet. How?
Because the one that you buy in your house, you pay top dollar for, and then you go into the dollar store for mine. You see, you put the good one in your house, and then you put the cheap one in my apartment.
I feel like y'all backflipping in the tub. Why y'all backflipping in the tub?
Anyway, so that's just one of them. Another thing that they talked about was climate resilience and environmental protection. So they're going to do
Which was funny to me.
You want me to finish it?
Yeah.
Okay. Completion and enforcement of a new building codes. Environmental tribunal to strengthen enforcement and adjudication, comprehensive waste management and marine legislation for stricter penalties and enforcement, blue carbon governance framework, and legislation to formally establish a national youth guard for service.
I see banning the Japanese car on there, which is what I was looking for particularly, and I'll tell you why. They are turning the whole of Nassau into one big gigantic land waste.
You cannot ban the only things that people are able to afford. The reason that
They
people
only
are...
could only afford them because that's the honest thing we let them come in here. I'm telling you, these cars have no emission regulation. They have no impact assessment. That's why they have these disposable cars that Pookie can just slide into you with, leave on the side of the road, never fix.
Well,
it's time to ban them.
The reason that they have those cars is also because, let's be honest, it's the only thing that people can afford.
People can afford the bus.
No, they cannot afford the bus because the buses stop running at a certain time.
We can regulate that.
Regulate it first then, because if the bus system was properly regulated, we wouldn't need as many cars as we need on the road. But because the bus don't go through this corner, or you have 10 buses running one route and only one doing the next route, and then they only come in between the school hours, so they only coming out for 8 o'clock to drop the children to school, then they going back home, then they coming back at 3 o'clock to pick the children up. Nobody running after 7 o'clock, but I have a shift to Atlantis, or I have a shift at a hotel, and nobody running after a certain time, so I need a car. The only car that I can afford is a car that I could buy for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 because I don't have the money to go to the car lot like you did and get a brand new car.
And the problem with that is that $3,000 car is going to find itself in a land waste somewhere in 2 years because it is a disposable car. We do not have the resources to get them out of here quickly enough. We obviously do not have the roads that is going to not abuse them so that they just fall apart. You ever see some of these cars riding around here?
I'm not
some
saying
of these
that, but
don't
I'm
belong
saying
on no road.
I understand that, but what else can I afford? I cannot afford anything else.
To walk. You're not free. I'm saying
This is why I'm not listening to you now because you're not even giving me an alternative.
But
you can afford to walk. You mad because the queues and stuff is be cutting you off. Let's be honest.
No, they be running into your car with no insurance. That's the beside mad at.
There's being these nice cars with no insurance too now. Let's not act up.
Yeah, but here's the deal. At least I suspect the fella in the nice car having a driver's license. When Pookie slide into me, no license, no insurance. This car have 9 different set of car parts on it. I don't even know which one of the serial number to write
If
down.
it is all the people can afford, what is the alternative? The bus system does not work.
But
we
the
do
Prime
not
Minister
have...
cannot keep flying on a jet through the world, beating his chest about climate change, while he runs an economy where 70% of the vehicles have no emission testing, go into a landfill in 3 years, are just absolute Do you see?
So what would you like me to drive?
I would like for you to take public transportation.
It don't work.
Leon
There
Lundy
is no.
and
There
the
is no.
Kimber Brigade fix it in a year.
Yeah, but it's not been fixed.
1 year.
It's
You
not
give the
been
Han
fixed.
Kimber Brigade 1 year.
Okay, so then we come back.
Leon
and
Lundy,
we'll
you
address
got
it.
1 year.
Because honestly, there are parts when I remember, and this was decades ago, when I first went to visit my sister when she was off in college, and I saw how efficient their bus system was running way back then. And it's even better now. When the bus say they can be there at 7:27, they pull up at 7:27, they wait till 7:29, and then they pull off. You could
Oh, in the
time.
Bahamas, you won't get away with that. Someone will break up your bus. See, it's the
But
culture.
but what I'm saying is that we need something that is efficient. It runs 24/7. I know people who's park their cars at the bus terminal, catch the bus or catch the train wherever they have to go, and then go back. We
But it's
don't
because
have that
the
here.
Bahamian woman at large, you want to smudge these makeup. You
know
what?
what?
You know what? I'm telling you.
Uh-uh.
I advise all of my friends who work in the downtown area, park your car by the town center mall, take a 16, it'll take you right downtown. You know what they all say? And then have to walk? You mean right from the bus stop to your office?
Anyway, we got to move on from this. Rights for workers is something else that they said. Introduction of new employment bill to strengthen maternity benefits. Love that. Address mental health leaves. I really want to hear more about this, the mental health workdays, because I think it is very important. And establish new safeguards for working parents. I would like to see what that means. Reform for the national insurance system. Introduction of a public sector pension plan.
I think public servants are going to have a difficulty with that.
To have to pay towards
I
a
could see
pension.
Kimsley Smith them in the road now hollering and screaming. Yeah.
An introduction of a national productivity council to improve performance for the public sector.
Can I tell you when I heard that? You ever like, do you bake? Like pastries?
No, I'm not a baker.
Okay, so like, you know when you bake pastries, right? Everybody got like these fancy whipping machines that they buy. Yeah, I feel like this one of them. Like, it's just something big and fancy you put in the corner. You don't really ever do anything with it. Yeah, because what does that even mean? That doesn't mean anything to me.
I mean, it sounds
Yeah,
good.
it sounds really fancy, but I don't.
I mean, honestly, I think, and don't kill me, but I think you measure in productivity, but what is it going to mean? You still have to give them the things that you have to give them because it's written into their contract. So whether they're productive or not, you still have to give them their bonuses. You
What
still have to.
When the fella who's supposed to be measuring the productivity don't come to work. What you could do when the fella who measuring the productivity say, today is the day you have to measure it?
Prime example, one of my coworkers went to a government office today to do something, and they were out to lunch for 2 hours. So she said, so only one person working at the department?
Yes.
And she said, well, I mean, I ain't getting there.
Yeah.
And that's what the woman said. So yeah. So she said, okay, so come back at this time. Say, miss, if I was you, I'd come back around 10 o'clock tomorrow.
We live in a country where a public servant could set a meeting with you, write it down in his calendar. You show up for the meeting, and he late. Like this was in his meeting.
Anyway, digital security is something else that they talked about. The introduction of a comprehensive cybersecurity legislation, the introduction of cybersecurity authority to strengthen forensic capacities and improve child protection, education, the continued implementation of the Education Act, and a commitment to lifelong learning with continued investment to upskill Bahamas and other programs. It just sounds like nice words that they put together. For the economy, they had the implementation of an online rights registry for Bahamian digital creators and the protection of intellectual property, legislation to incentivize film production in the Bahamas and to encourage local film production. Under energy, they had the introduction of the Electricity Consumer Protection Code to empower utility regulators and competition authority, or ERCA, to enforce standards. So they can't enforce the standards now?
What do you mean all this time I was scared of you all? You all couldn't do me nothing?
ERCA can't do nothing?
This might, I think I said
Don't cuss now. Don't cuss now. But ERCA don't have the
think I got chance? I want to tell you all something, y'all.
Don't you dare. But ERCA, I thought
you had power all this time.
Apparently, I know.
Yeah.
So they kind of, okay.
So here's the thing. The things in the speech from the throne that sound reachable, sound overly reachable to me, right? And then some of the other things sounded so grandeur. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure how you would measure it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, this one I thought you would be happy with. Also, Castro. Are y'all listening? Castro, you listening? Healthcare. The introduction of a dental bill. I don't know. These two...
Side teeth are coming back. Praise the Lord.
Woo! This the one you want put up. I've been reading all of this time, and now this the one you want put up? Wow.
It's been a long time coming, but I know that change must come.
The introduction of legal protection for elderly Bahamians. I think that that's important. elder abandonment framework, I also think that is important because both administrations have talked about how y'all is go and y'all is drop your Grammy them at the hospital and never come back for them.
I don't perceive that this one baby culture can make that any better. I feel like having watched my granddaddy who
go pick up your granddaddy from the hospital. That's all they say.
So we can roll the dice on who should pick him up. But
go pick up your Grammy from the hospital.
No, but Chester Cooper, I will give you one to do. We have to begin to introduce aging parent education in our sociology. My ma's 60. Thank God she still can walk and pick up the boys from school, right?
60 is still young.
Yes, but I want to tell you, she won't be 80. So she's act like that sometimes. And so the problem is, aging parents is a very peculiar circumstance that I don't think the average Bahamian thinks about.
You know what? No, I think it was the F&M, if I'm not mistaken. I cannot remember who it was, but on the campaign trail, one of them said that they were going to, if the F&M came into power, they were going to have a center for the elderly, the disabled, and I think adults with learning disabilities or something, with autism and stuff, to be able to be dropped off. You remember that being said?
That's one
I think
issue.
that is something that we do also need to establish.
But I think we need to, I think it is lost on many Bahamians exactly how cumbersome it is to manage the affairs of the aging parent at times, right? Like they know their account number, and you just think to yourself, why do you not know this stuff, mommy? Because she just doesn't know.
Yeah, because they start to lose it as well.
I know if they lose it, I think at some point they just don't care no more.
But
we have to introduce it because, remember now, there was a time when one Bahamian had 10 children. When my granddaddy started having issues in his life, he had 29 children. They just take care of him in a shift.
Okay, I gotta get
Today, with your one child, she might leave you in the hospital and don't come back, not because she ain't care, but just because it's only her one.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have all of the drama that took place in the lower chambers today, as well as the fashions, all of the things that people had on today, who you thought looked nice. Let us know in the comments who you think we should mention, who looked the best, who you think is best dressed for today.
And I hear people are watching Eye on the Nation all the way in Atlanta.
Okay, shout out to y'all. We'll be back right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
We all know there are ways we can help. Your help can go even further. Be an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
And I'm Sadie Brown. And don't forget that with Canoe, Bahamian businesses can access their funds right at home, enjoy faster payouts, process payments 24/7, and move money at your convenience. Bahamian business owners can accept payments online with Canoe, explore Canoe's API and invoicing features to get paid locally and internationally. Canoe is a Bahamian fintech helping local merchants accept payments fast and easy, and Canoe empowers entrepreneurs to get paid quickly and to grow.
For all your everyday needs, pick Canoe.
All right. So you can look up, you can go on Eyewitness News on their Facebook page, on their Instagram, or you can tune into Eyewitness News tonight. They will give you the rest of the highlights, and I'm sure what they're going to do for the rest of the week is pick out some of those highlights from the speech from the throne, interview members of the public or people who specialize in those areas, and try to find out a little bit more of what this means, because it's very broad. So they can figure out exactly what any of it means, because we ain't gonna finish it today because it's a lot. We did have an announcement. So it is true. Senator Jan Major will now serve as vice president of the Senate. So that's a correction that they made. Apparently an error was made this morning when Keenan Johnson was elected to the position. That's because apparently ministers and parlecs are not permitted to hold the post of president or vice president in the Senate. So congratulations to her. What?
That's a sad event music.
Oh. Okay, so congratulations to her. Is that okay that I say congratulations to her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so after the speech, of course, opposition leader Michael Pintart was like, he didn't hear anything that kind of excited him. He felt like it was more of the same. I would assume that it was more of the same because it's a continuation of whatever legislation that they had. I think a lot of it is only like new things they sprinkled in. But if you paid attention to a lot that was saying, they kept using those words, continued. So, which is what they campaigned on, to continue progress. So they're saying that they needed some more time to finish some of the things that they started during their term. But Pintart was not impressed. And he said, blah, 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 blah. This is what he said.
Speech from the throne delivered today. What is the opposition observation of that speech that has been delivered?
Again, pretty much more of the same. We're going to take some time, evaluate what has been said, and we'll have a chance to make a comprehensive statement in short order.
Yeah.
But look at him, though. He even looked annoyed that reporters are asking him questions.
He looks like he has his, what do you call the thing? I was trying to get my thing, but I can't get it. It's going to be okay.
Did you bring props? Did you bring props?
Huh?
Did you bring props?
Maybe.
Anyway, he looked very annoyed. He looked like he didn't want to be there. He looked like a sore loser. Look.
Yeah, he looked like
Look at the end.
Lime on a fresh cone.
Look at the end. Look at that. He just looked like he just did not want. He did not want to be there. And anyway, so Kingsley went to take his oath this morning in the House, which all of the parliamentarians had to do. And while he was up there, Crazy was in the back giving him the stink eye and said some words to him.
Don't do it.
And Rollins was in there heckling him. But I told y'all from I found out that Rollins was running. I said, Rollins is going in there to be a problem. Rollins is going in there to dominate headlines. Rollins is going to dominate the Free National Movement in the House. Today wasn't even a real House day. And he's what everybody's talking about.
You got to answer them questions, Kingsley. You got to answer the questions.
This is what This is what happened.
Swear. Answer those
Don't take
questions.
it. Don't take it.
You gotta answer those questions, King.
Don't take it.
Answer those questions. Let me get my props.
Play it again.
Swear. Answer those
Don't take
questions.
it. Don't take it.
You gotta answer those questions, King.
Don't take it.
The answer to the questions was coming from Crazy in the
That's
back.
Crazy in the back.
The don't take it was coming from Rollins, who was sitting down.
Yeah.
Now, in Rollins' defense, when he went to go take his oath, he was also being heckled a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if the heckling was for him, but it was loud enough for the rest of us to hear it.
Yeah.
And I think they said
He
that was
"Boy,
Joe
you
Bad.
start already. Yeah, you start
No,
already.
they said, God help us.
Yeah.
It's what they said. Because
You can eat it.
anybody, and that's what he said, you can need it. Because everybody who has been witness to Rollins and his shenanigans and how he acts in the house knows what is about to happen.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And look like he taking crazy with him, because when you ever been this outspoken?
To the town hall meeting when they get road tag.
When has a crazy ever been this outspoken? Don't you better answer those questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since when did you become
Little crazy.
Yeah, you following behind Rollins. Y'all stay right there. And maybe
it's because the two of them have a white beard.
Because you have a white beard? Mm-hmm. Anyway, Rollins, when he went out, this is what happened.
I, Sylvester Andre Rollins, do swear by Almighty God that I have no knowledge of any cause or impediment why I am not capable of sitting and voting as a member of the House of Assembly of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas for any constituency within the same, according to the tenor and true meaning of the Constitution and the Parliamentary Elections Act, or any enactment amending or replacing the same. So help me God. You can need it. You can need it. I
say you can need it.
Yeah.
Did you know his first name was Sylvester? Y'all have some names now.
Yeah.
Obadiah is Sean, not Obadiah.
No.
What do you name?
Obiama.
Obiama is Sean.
Sean Obiama.
And
Andre. You more taken the back by the Obiama.
No, it's the Sean for me.
The Obiama don't get you?
I mean, I knew the Obi was for something.
You thought it was Obiama?
And now he don't look like a Sylvester.
Most times people just name Obadiah.
Yeah. He don't look like a...
I was willing to take a 6-pair bet. His name was Obadiah Roberts.
He don't look like you know. But anyway, Rollins is doing what opposition is supposed to do. I just wish he'd wait like one day. You know?
Andre.
He say we starting. So I can't say this. Even though the opposition they're small in the House, I think that he is
rambunctious.
Yes, I think between him and White Uncle, that they're gonna make enough.
But now
noise.
you make my case that if you all want to stay in play for 5 years, that's your best 2-man team. See,
yeah, but no. You need someone to balance it out.
Yeah,
you need a balance. You need a balance. So maybe crazy is not the balance. You could see when he get around Rollins, he's act up. So he in the balance.
He ain't got much choice in there.
No, it could be the lady. What's her name?
Michaela?
Michaela. I like Michaela. Maybe Michaela could be a good balance.
Like Michaela could turn into a chain smoker sitting down around these fellas.
Michaela seems to be a very intelligent
she's
woman.
not intelligent.
No, what I'm saying is that she would.
You know, they say smoking is for high stress situations, right? I feel like
she would be able to balance them out. We can't have Rollins and Crazy. You can't have two people on 100. Somebody needs to be on 100, and then you have to be able
but
to
they
have
could tag
someone
each other in. See, like, one of the things they didn't have in the last sitting was they ain't had nobody to tag in. So White Uncle used to be in there sometimes as the lone wolf.
Okay.
Now he could tag Rollins in. After he had 4 hours that he said Rollins hadn't got them for 4 hours. Whew. Here go.
Well, I said this. Rollins looked nice. The lady that he was with also looked nice. And I think Rollins is going to make the house interesting.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a wild ride. But that's what I said, because I think that Rollins is going to do such a good job that people are going to forget that Pintard is leader.
Yeah, I don't think they can remember he in there.
Yeah, and that was my only concern for Pintard.
Yeah, maybe that's why he picked such a lackluster Senate, Because you couldn't imagine not being able to capture the news on the days the Parliament meets, and then also not being able to capture the news on the day the Senate meets.
Rick can make sure he make the news.
You think so?
Rick is going in there to shake the table.
You don't think he can cause a sense of disdain? It appears, based on what I read from the former senator yesterday, but they say you can't be a former senator. He's a senator for life. So that means Tingham is also still a senator. But it doesn't. Her tone didn't like suggest disdain. Maxine.
Oh, you mean yesterday? Yeah, like she seemed like she was upset about who was appointed to the Senate. Oh, by the way, Eyewitness News did interview, I caught a little bit of it on their live, Dr. Sands, and they did ask him why he wasn't in the Senate, and he said he didn't want to be.
Yeah.
He said he's fine with his chairmanship. He thinks that there's a lot that he can do from that position that he wouldn't be able to do from in the Senate.
Plus, he lives between two islands, so that it wouldn't be worth it for him to have to come back to the Senate.
Oh, that's his wife? Oh, she looked very nice. His wife looked very nice.
Yeah. I like how you're being very cautious with the titles, though. I could 100%.
I don't know. That's why I said Lady I don't know who is who.
I think you're in good company.
So if y'all tell me wife and husband, I will say wife and husband.
In this very sweetheart culture.
No, I think they're taking the sweetheart to the opening, though.
You'd be surprised. What I'm saying to you, though, is sometimes you see the fellow wife and you ain't never see your wife in so long, you think that's the sweetheart. So, you know.
Anyway, I think Rollins is going to make sure that the opposition's voice is heard in the House.
Yeah.
Between him and...
I think the government have to gang him. No, it's just I don't foresee them being able to hold him off. They
probably will have to gang him for true, honestly. But, they do need somebody strong in there. And the only thing that I'm saying, the only negative I will say is, for the F&Ms, if he's stronger than your leader...
And Madam Speaker, you may want to take this opportunity, since you have your own budget, to build one little glass around you and the mace, because I could foresee Rollins coming for that as well.
No, man, that's white uncle job. Adrian didn't do that. What else y'all gonna do? That was Adrian and Shannon Don. They didn't do it together.
What's happening to me? Heal my truth in Jesus' name.
Anyway, Andrew Blue Johnson had his own parliament opening. What?
Oh boy.
Let me see this.
Frequent changes in leadership can slow national development.
In the country.
All right.
For example, of a country like Singapore.
Please welcome
just about one continuous government.
Andrew Blue Johnson, Shadow Member of Parliament for Freetown. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Before you finish that, you're supposed to say, my lord.
That does not violate.
You know you like that.
Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us, God save. So good of you to get in the camera.
Why did Castro come and truck? Castro ran in here.
It matches your eyes.
Castro.
And you gotta make
sure. Even stay.
You gotta make sure you pin it down so your hat don't blow off like Tingham wife phone. Oh boy.
There you go. Well, Castro, it ain't staying. It's supposed to be to the side.
You look perfect. It's wonderful. It matches your eyes.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, let me hear your best speech. And today is an embodiment of the dream.
Castro, where you get this from?
That little girls all across the Commonwealth can realize that with hard work, dedication, we can all become somebody.
Between Castro and leaving, I need a mental health day.
Yeah.
Okay? I need a mental health day.
Awesome, Jen.
Or something. But anyway, I guess this is her signal that we're going into the fashions.
I love you,
Hey! Hey, what you doing? Yo, what you saying? Trying to make you put numbers in a host assembly, open up, trying to get a bike, girl. I mean, not actually, everybody by dream about it, so I let me just let it manifest.
There were many people today that was there, I understood, who only got their invitation via dream, but they wasn't missing it.
Laura, you say turn it to the side like this? Like this?
I think Your right side is a better side.
This side?
Yeah.
Laura, help me out. Laura, say turn it to the side.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus in my air. Oh, Lord.
Can you say this? Can you say this? And I commit to you today that I shall spend all of my life, whether long or short,
all right,
in service to you, the people of this great Commonwealth family.
Y'all love foolishness, and that's one thing about our audience. Anything that is stupid and foolish, y'all love. Well, anyway, so this is a signal from Castro that we're getting into all of the fashion and all of the wonderful stuff that happened today with what people had on. I think everybody mostly looked nice.
Can I say my top picks for nailing it? Believe it or not, he wasn't even there for the ceremony. He even ain't got no more job. Leander Bryce.
Laura,
I thought he was fantastic.
sorry, I listening to Laura. Laura say, pull it down over my eye.
Don't mind Laura.
Like that, Laura?
Girls. You ever see Laura's them girls who used to be sure if they have two eye or not. You ever see them women who always
Laura like this?
The eye?
Laura say,
boy.
and then Laura, you need to come to the studio and do it. I can't. All right.
So Leander Bryce.
You think he looks nice?
Picks for looking rather John Bull. And then of course there was
I think we had some photos that you wanted to.
Jomo Campbell, who I thought was rather John Bull.
I think she wanted to play a video. Mm-hmm. The best dress? Who we think is the best dress? Oh, okay. Best dress. Go. That's why I cannot fool Castro. I thought that was something real.
I want you all to either take more drugs or take less drugs.
How Brownie get to the opening?
Because all dogs go to heaven.
Anyway, you said Leander. I didn't really see him, to be honest.
Leander was fantastic. I think Jomo was fantastic. I think
I actually like Chester. I think that what he had on was, I think he looked nice in what he had on.
So that's how I feel about Chester.
See, there you go. I think he looked really nice.
So you ever, like when you was in school, right? And they had the actual prototype of what the students ought to look like. Like there was a picture in the school handbook. Y'all had that, right?
Yes.
Like Chester looked like this, the uniform. Everybody wear their uniform like this, right?
But I think he looked nice.
But if you're talking about who looked like this suit is a suit that someone made for them, I think Leander Bryce.
You had a photo? Because then we could have put it up.
He was on top of it this morning.
My best dress. Now y'all could let me know in the comments, and we're gonna open up the phone lines. Y'all could let us know who y'all think was the best dress. If y'all have some photos that y'all want to send us, we can post the photos as well. But I think Leslie Miller Bryce nailed it. She looked amazing.
But she was there with Leander. I don't imagine whoever get him dressed and get her dressed.
So you think that they were the best dressed couple?
Give me 2 more seconds to think about that.
Okay, I
do think that Auntie Pia pulled right out of her with that outfit though.
That chair.
Look at them.
Just beautiful. I think we have a photo of those two together that we're gonna put up. Yeah. Those two are definitely.
Give me Carmen San Diego vibes a little bit. Leslie.
What?
She ain't looking where on earth is Carmen San Diego.
Look at them. I just think, and can I tell y'all, this photo does Pia's outfit no justice.
2 beauty queens, by the way.
And they look absolutely amazing. I think they nailed it. Yeah. I think they always look good, though. I saw what she wore at the swearing in, I just knew she was going to look good.
Such regal
I feel like she always looks good. She looks good. Those two are my best dress.
Can I also say,
honorable mention to Lincoln Deal's wife. I think they looked amazing together. And then there was an announcement that was held.
Yeah, the baby bump.
She was, so congratulations to them. But I think that they looked amazing together.
Yeah, I also think that Marathon looked wonderful, right?
Why you had to say it like that?
No, because I mean, I thought she's taller than most women. Mm-hmm. So like seeing them dress in, she spent her whole life in law enforcement, and so she's kind of rough and tumble. When you see women that take on such strong roles in life to the softness, it has a shock and awe, like, look who could put a dress on. And it was fantastic.
All right, I think we have a slideshow. Okay, so we have a slideshow. So, okay. The orange and green.
Bacchus O.J. Rhodes sporting the bow tie.
But I feel like Bacchus always wears that bow tie.
He does
Not that
always
bow tie,
wear a
but he
bow
always
tie.
wears a bow tie.
Yeah, but I think
looks,
that's something to do with his fraternity.
Oh, I think he looks normal here. I think he
Yeah.
looks how he normally looks.
But he's 6'5", so you could get away with anything at 6'5".
He's 6'5".
You can get away with anything at 6'5".
His wife must be
That's his wife.
Must be very tall
Yeah.
as well, because she's almost reaching him. I like the hat. I think she looks okay. I think she looks good. She looks okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Anne could ever go wrong in my book.
I think she understands simple elegance. I was a bit taken aback by the amount of light colors, right? And don't get me wrong, it's almost like springtime, etc., right? But, well, it's springtime.
No, Clint's wife in that pink looked amazing.
No, I'm saying, like, I think there's a difference between light color and bright color.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was so much light color. I don't associate the parliament, the court, with light colors. Bright colors for the women, sure. But the beiges and the whites.
I think she looked amazing. I think the straw bag is nice. I think the gloves
straw
are nice.
bags are her signature.
Yeah, I think the gloves are just perfect. Prime Minister looked normal to me. I think Brave always looked like that. He just put on a different version of the blue and black suit that he wears.
I also think Sinan's looked rather John Bull.
And see, there it goes. There's Clint and his wife. I thought the pink on her looked very beautiful.
Yeah.
There's the family photo that the people have been asking for. There you go.
Yeah.
She looks amazing. He looked
very
normal. I mean, I don't know. He just looked, because maybe I'm just so accustomed to always seeing Clint
He wears
in
a suit
suits.
every day.
Yeah, like him putting on a suit was just, you know.
And he comes from that era where broadcasters wear a suit every day.
Yeah. And so, you know, he looks okay. Beautiful. I think she looked amazing. She's glowing. I like her hair. I like the choice of makeup. I like the clothing. And there is absolutely nothing on her that I do not like.
Simple and graceful.
Everything looked nice, from the pearl necklace to the red lip to the pearls in the hair. The hair, I mean, she just looks absolutely beautiful. And the baby just added that extra.
It is always wonderful when you pick a wife for where you're going and not necessarily where you are.
Yeah.
And I think he has completely checked that box.
The assignment for those two, absolutely understood.
Yeah, because it's
Amazing.
rough, boy, when you start off in a place with the wife or husband, and then you end up in another place, and like this the wife for where you was and not the wife for where you are. I don't think he has that kind of problem.
Yeah, no, she looks it. Can I take this fascinator off now? Because it's dropping.
You ain't pin it? You like Tingham wifey. And you see Tingham wife hat blow away today?
Oh.
I say, who
okay, so this is
event like this and he pin they hat.
This is Keenan. He looks nice, but I feel like he looks normal because he's always something.
Yeah, I think
that
his wife. I think
he's
his
always
wife
someone. She looks
very nice.
I like the
for just a straight black outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without any, there is no tassels. No, she's just in a straight black. You know.
No, she has like a little cape situation going on.
But I'm talking nothing shiny, nothing glittery, nothing
that
sparkly,
cape
no
thing
lace.
Is
yeah,
shiny.
it's just black satin, but it is.
What it is?
Black satin.
Saturn.
Satin.
Like the planet?
Black satin. Black satin.
It took a minute. It took a minute, but you got there. It took a minute.
Kingsley Smith, who went in under heavy gunfire.
I feel like he pulled his suit out of his closet. I think he just looks normal.
No.
The wife looks okay. She looks good. I mean, not one of my top looks, but she looks okay.
I think it's nice. Leonardo like
I think he looks great in the black on black. I'm not gonna lie.
I think had he showed up without her, it would be an entirely different circumstance.
I think he looks great with the black on black. I'm not gonna lie.
He certainly picked his plus one is.
And the lady is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think she looks nice in the black. I think the hat works. I think the makeup works. I think her hair works.
And
I don't know who it is.
And you're big and serious, right? When you have drape pearls. See, it's one thing to have a single strand of pearl. When you walk out here and your pearls is 9 or 10 row of pearl to start off with, this a big to-do month.
Yeah, I think she looks great. I think even the gloves and the pearls over the gloves look good. Now this one people was debating all day. There were some who loved it and some who hated it. I think a different color choice of it would have been better, but I don't hate it. And I also think that he could do no wrong. You know, when he just be like, I think when somebody just, I'm trying to say it respectfully because that's his wife right there.
What?
Right? Okay. when you're handsome and you just could put on anything.
Yeah,
I feel like he just was like, I handsome.
He could wear jeans, you'd be.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. There were some people that said they hated it, and there were some people that said they loved it. I just don't know. Owen and his wife. Owen looks kind of normal to me. I don't. Huh?
He looked the part.
He just looked normal. I don't know if it was because I'm also accustomed to seeing him in a suit. His wife?
I think he changed his hair a little bit.
His wife? His wife, I mean, not one of my favorites, but she doesn't look. It looks.
I think it's a
Church of God.
What?
It looks Easter Sunday in church.
You obviously ain't never been to no Church of God.
You know, but it's not bad. That's not a bad thing. It just doesn't look like.
You ever been to Church of God convention? My friend, I telling you, let's pick another picture.
See, even in the comments, people are saying they loved it and they hated it. Some people say it's beautiful.
Madam
Some
Speaker.
people. Why y'all laughing at me?
Who was laughing?
I mean, she
had to put a robe on.
Yeah, she didn't have that on.
Yeah, she put a robe on.
She didn't have it on very long.
Listen.
See, this is what I was telling y'all. That first photo, you could not see how.
Okay, let's go back to that one.
Beautiful.
Let's go back to
and the cut, like, just look at this.
There is an elegance about some women that even when their face doesn't make the picture, you know exactly who you're looking at. No, Dame Marguerite has that ability. Dame Marguerite, you could take a picture of Dame Marguerite's heel, and you know that's her. And I feel similarly about the picture of Auntie Pieta. I
think she looks amazing. I think she looks beautiful. I think she absolutely nailed it. We do have the rest.
Majesty.
Every time I look at myself, I'm like, this don't even look like me.
Regal splendor.
We do have more fashions. We have some regular people. I think. Do we still have some more?
She make her own look stuck on my face.
We're going to the break. We'll be back, y'all.
My God.
Right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe wallet, or even sand dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
Here at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store, we believe in our prices. That's why we offer our price match guarantee. If you find any of our items being sold for a lower price at any of our competitors, whether that's online or in store, let us know about it and we'll beat the price right there on the spot. No one does it like CBS Bahamas. Learn more at cbsbahamas.com.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown. I tried with the Fascinator, but maybe because I gotta get used to it. You know, I'm not a
Fascinator girl?
I'm not a hat girl. I'm not a Fascinator girl. Maybe, you know, when I get into politics. I'm just kidding. But it was for what it was, and thank you for everybody who said that I look nice in it lying. Let me read some of the comments before, because we do have some more officials left, and then we have the people who were, what you call it, spectators, people in the crowd as well. Veteran broadcaster Clint Watson and his wife, Nicole, looked amazing. Someone said too many dark colors. Someone said, I can't stand it. I guess they were talking about what's his name who we just was talking about? When I said some people loved it and some people hated it.
Oh, you mean
not Bacchus, Mikkel. Yes. Someone said too much cream in it. The speaker looks normal. Right. She just looked normal.
Yeah.
Someone said Pia muy excelente. St. Anne's understood the assignment. Of course, Pia, someone said very regal. Someone else said Mrs. Halkitas sleek and elegant. Oh, I didn't see that. Maybe y'all could send us a picture. Someone said Pia was beautiful, but for a different occasion.
Okay. She looked quite majestic to me.
Okay. Kim Roll was elegant.
Yeah, Sparkus' his wife.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you know the Roll sisters, like, they always come to step.
Okay.
You know?
All right, let's continue on. We still have more officials left in the slideshow. Let's keep going. Okay, I think we were Auntie Pia. Okay, I think she looked nice. I liked the fitted kind of bodice. Sebas looked normal to me. I think he looks like this every day.
Yeah.
I think I'm just so accustomed to seeing him in a suit that he looked
I think they look like a picture of them that you've seen if you've ever seen a picture of them.
Yeah, and this is them arriving. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the back of it. Yeah, they look okay. I think we saw this one. This is from a different angle. Who's
Jamal
that?
Strawn.
Oh, that's Jamal. Why I couldn't recognize him? His suit isn't tailored, eh?
Sonny, what? I don't know.
It looked big.
I think it's a morning suit. So morning suits fit.
They're supposed to be big?
No, but they fit in an interesting way that.
Yeah, something looks.
That sometimes I think it requires a little bit extra. You know, it's not like a jacket that you could just flap on and it's your jacket and it's a 42 regular.
Yeah.
No, you know, the morning suit has a long back, a short front. Sometimes it can have a higher collar. You know.
I'm typing that. I mean, I'm reading that. We saw this from full of her. She looks nice from the side. Because she's so much shorter than him in the original picture, you couldn't see what she had on. So this is another angle of Mikkel. Okay. Oh, why?
St.
Uncle.
He looks like, my lord, I approached the chamber to bid penance on behalf of the people of St. Anne's.
You know,
my lord, I wish to offer them 2 shillings and a pence for all of the Negroes in that area. And my lord, I intend to do great diligence by them. So help me God. Isn't that fantastic?
But I feel like he, you know.
So, you know, he fits the, there is, so many people may not know this.
I don't know, it just looked like it Ian Taylor.
You know,
I don't know,
whenever
I just
you
like
hear John Bull, people only think about the store, right? So, you know, John Bull is not an actual person. It is a phrase of sorts that depicts a character from political fiction.
Okay.
Right? And so it is a description, like how Negroes would say GQ.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
okay. So why don't
he
go put on all his clothes today?
So he looks rather John.
Someone say he looked like the Monopoly man. Y'all stop. Leslie Miller Bryce.
Look at Leander.
I think this is not a good angle of the photo of her, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think it suited her well. I see what you mean about Leander. I would have loved to see it from the front.
His suit looks like it's his.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. With some of the men in their suits, it don't look like it was tailored to their bodies. But I think they look amazing. I think they look wonderful. Fred just come to the house.
Fred, Maddie, got to put on a tie.
Fred just come to the house. Fred say, oh, today was the opening? Okay. Fred looked like Fred.
I wonder what time does the flight
Yeah, Fred looked like Fred. There's nothing to say.
This is the Leo Ferguson.
Okay. I think they look normal.
Who's +1 has a striking resemblance to him. I didn't get to inquire, but they look like that. Like that took me more. I was like, these two look a whole lot alike.
To me, it also looks like Easter Sunday at church.
But this is the time of year when you could get it. Remember what I was telling you about light colors versus bright colors. You could get that. That is in keeping with the time and the floral and the blah blah blah. Yes, white and beige and thing like that shouldn't be in this kind of setting. Yeah. Of course, there's White Daddy. Isn't his wife so beautiful? I think this color was ideal, like, because his suit was just a suit. And I think the pop of color is the thing that saved this.
White Daddy looks nice.
Yeah. But he looks just like he would look Monday. When he goes to work on Monday, he's going to look just like this. So to add to some, the razzle, I think that she chose the perfect color to kind of bring.
I don't know if I like the color.
Bring the ensemble back.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know
if
I
she
like the
worn
color.
black,
and they don't look like they came together.
Gray, or this would be nothing to look at. It's something to look at because her color kind of brings the ensemble back together.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I like it.
Okay.
I don't know if I like it.
Dr. Michael Darville again looks
That's
like
his wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks the way he will look on Monday at work.
Yes.
Zayn, again, morning suit, but Zayn 6 foot, I think 3 it is. So
Zayn's suit looks like it fits him.
It looks like a suit that was tailored for him, right?
She looks nice, but also Easter Sunday at church.
Very simple.
Yeah.
And sometimes in fashion, less is more.
Yeah. She looks nice. I can't say anything.
She
they
certainly
look good
looks
together.
like she wanted it to be his day.
Yes.
And I can appreciate that.
And she's beautiful. So
She is.
I think anything she puts on,
And
she could pull off.
When I saw a picture of her up close, right? My brain does this thing. Like I instantly heard the song "Brown Skin Gal." She has such a like a nice complexion. I know that make me sound like old Bahamian, right? Because Bahamians just say that she got a nice complexion, eh? But she actually does.
So Miles looked like he going to the house on a regular day.
Yeah. At the tie, I thought, again, there's supposed to be pageantry around being elected.
He just wanted to hurry up, get this day over with.
But that's just it. Like, see, and those things destroy the...
Okay, but Fred did the same thing, and we say it to Fred. At least he's smiling. Fred looked angry.
They could barely get Fred to put on a jacket. I don't know what's happening with him anymore.
You see, I ain't touching, right? Y'all stop it.
All right.
Miles looked like he was going to the house on a regular day.
I think Darren Pickstock also looked like the same thing I said about Chester Cooper. Like,
yes,
Darren Pickstock looked like if there was a handbook, you say, this is what you put on. Yeah, he kind of definitely got the assignment correct.
I love the headpiece on the lady on the side of him. Is that his
Yeah.
wife?
I think it's his wife, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You know, you have to
I
ask
would
her
hope
to
that
make
on a
sure.
day like today, you only bring in your wife. But let's hope.
Okay. Is Ginger?
Ginger Moxie.
She looks nice.
I think she looks very
She looks nice. I saw her from the back when she was walking. This is a very long black coaty thing, but she looks nice. I think she looks nice.
And she has tiny woman effect, right? Like, she's so tiny. Like, I think things just look good on her.
Yeah, she looks nice.
Yeah.
Who else do we have?
Leon Lundy. I like this hat. I think the hat is interesting.
Leon looked like he just a regular day in the house.
Yeah, and you know,
but the suit also doesn't look tailored.
So here's the thing. The thing is, right? If we're going to be
I see what y'all doing, and
if
I'm
we're going to be Westminster, right? Like, you can't become bored with it because you want to participate in this system. You follow me? And you have to act the part. Just let's act. Again, I say this all the time. You think your pastor got to put on all the stuff he got on every Sunday? No. But he puts it on because that's a part of the system, my friend.
Right. And you know, the wife looks like Tea Party in the Gardens.
Who do we have next? I thought this looked like a wonderful family photo.
This was also, had the same effect that the other one, the guy. Sorry. Meaning, some people loved it, some people hated it.
I think they look.
I think from different angles.
I think they look kind of very First Family-ish. Like,
yeah, we're not talking about the family photo. We're talking about each of them personally.
I mean, fashion-wise.
Yes, I think some people were having a problem because the shoulders, and it was a different material, a different fabric. It's not a good photo for you to see it. Like, from far, it's not bad. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. I think his suit, I know y'all gonna tell me, I keep talking about a tailored suit. His is too tailored.
But that's a new look.
He looked like he about to Hulk out of that suit.
That's the new look. The new look is, the people like the suit right on their body these days. Yeah. So that's the modern thing. That and no socks.
We already said them. They looked amazing. I always say black on black. He looks good. And she looks good. Oh.
There she is.
There she is. She looks good.
Her Excellency.
She always looks good.
Dame Marguerite.
I feel like she can do no wrong.
Yeah. If Marguerite Penlin came out in a Robin Hood flower bag, it would still be fantastic.
There's Arinthia.
Yeah, who I thought looked magnificent, by the way. Yeah.
Same, I see Rick. Rick was barely in that picture.
Look at it. Look at it.
Rick was barely in that photo.
Look at her.
Oh, I can see Rick. Did he come by himself, or is he with the lady on the side?
Can we make sure we give the person whose pictures these are credit? Because I don't want people saying crazy things about the pictures, by the way. You know. So I don't always be church God. Sometimes. Look at Madam Commissioner of Police. And her
Karen McCall Shanta no more. Today, because she have on all of this, she is Madam Commissioner of Police.
And her medal, making a special appearance.
Okay. And who?
Commodore Floyd Moxie.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's wearing his national honor. Wayne nailed it.
Wayne put on Wayne put on a different suit. As someone who always has on suits, I'm glad that he put on a different suit today.
Yeah, and you know, he has the mix match pocket piece. He has on a bit of cream, but he used the white shirt to kind of tie it back in. I thought it looked like a suit that took effort.
Now, obviously, we can't go through everyone today. The photos that we could find, those were some of them.
Everybody we got?
But I think they said we have regular folks too. Like, so we have like a slideshow of what people wore who were just regular folks. So let's do those.
I'm Ellen in Grand Bahama, and my daughter and I are running her door collection. She's a designer in Grand Bahama, and her name is Anthea Bullard.
How is it so important to support local designers?
It was very important to me. I had a great choice with the designers. I decided to go local because support local businesses at home.
I bought a yellow look today because yellow was having a moment, and I wanted to be a part of that. This hat is actually designed by a phenomenal lady out of Australia. And when I thought about the Commonwealth, what this government represents in terms of that continuity of the Commonwealth and the CARICOM, I said I'll bring in some international flair today. And so this hat does just that. For me, it's a reminder of the beauty of our sun sand, and I'm hoping that people will see the yellow and it will be a source of inspiration and joy as we move into this new administration.
I'm just going to put on that extra Sunday best, like we would say here.
Yeah, I think it's a part of the celebration. You know, when you wear clothes, it expresses something and tells a story. So, you know, that's what I wanted to do today.
I think that looks nice. I think
you could just wear yellow because it's a PLP event.
But that's not why she wore it. The hat was different. I personally, but you know, I am not a We already established this, which is why the fascinator lasted 2 minutes. I'm not a hat person, but the hat looked amazing on her. I think she pulled it off.
Would you rather see him yellow
The first
for the sunshine and see at the F&M?
The first lady in the gray, I think it was gray. Was it gray? She looked nice with the wide hat.
Freeport, child.
What that mean?
All Freeport people, they just stay from Freeport.
All right, so y'all let us know in the comments. We've shown y'all, we do have some more of regular folks, but let us know who y'all thought was the best dress for the day. Man, woman, in Parliament, in Senate, couple.
We don't have one of Jomo Shaka Campbell.
Go find it.
I have to look for it.
Go find it. I think she said we have some more. Okay.
Who else do we have?
Oh, we got to talk through this. All right.
So, who are these people?
They're just regular guests. They're just regular people.
I know what I mean. So regular.
This suit looks nice. It's a pinstripe.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
And this is the one time when you could get away with having a little belly. When you have to put on a morning suit, a little belly goes a long way in a morning suit.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about the light blue suit, but let me see it up close. Okay, different. I like it. It fit. Oh.
What was that? This yellow too? You thought the other yellow was fantastic.
It was a light yellow and it was just yellow. I think it's just too much with the bright yellow. Okay, fitted dress.
Look at my Annie Jerry.
All right, okay.
See my Annie Jerry.
Annie Jerry meant she was going to die today. I actually like this look from far. I don't know how it looks up close, but that looks nice.
I don't tell you my Annie Jerry on my 70, but she is fantastic.
Okay.
She is fantastic.
That's her there?
No, I go back to Annie Jerry. That's Annie Jerry.
This one is Annie Jerry?
Yeah.
She's 70?
Almost.
Oh, wow. She looks amazing.
I can tell you that.
Okay. All right. She named Jerry, too?
So there's Jerry 1 and Jerry 2?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So y'all can let us know in the comments.
Jesus. Can we see underneath that?
That hat is crazy, but not in like a bad way. But like,
imagine sitting on the side.
She had to sit in the back row.
Yeah. She could actually like summon satellites.
No, but it's a pretty color. I like the color, and I like the design on the top of it.
I don't know. I don't know if you get away with sitting on the side of someone with that on.
She would have had to take that off to sit on the side of you. Okay, lots of yellow.
For the sun, sun, and sea. Okay. There you have it.
All right.
More yellow. I actually like this color blend. The purple and the turquoise is that. Very springy. So full of spring. What?
I think everybody looked nice. Honestly, I have to say, we didn't have no photo, but you know who did not want to go to work today? Glennis.
Oh, yeah.
Glennis say, I ain't putting on a fascinator.
Glennis say you have to get
I
dressed
ain't
up
putting on a pearl.
You only know I done been to this 6 times.
Glennis put on a regular Wednesday suit.
Yeah, with the pants. With the pants.
See?
Oh, boy.
This is what y'all gonna get.
With a pantsuit with kitten heels.
Gonna say I done been through this.
Yeah, 6 times, actually.
I ain't doing this no more. I ain't dressing up no more.
Y'all can critique what I wear when y'all get through here.
But my thing is, I think she's beautiful and she can put on anything. But I would love to see Glennis, especially if this might have been the last one, if she's retiring.
And she probably got a meeting booked for 3 o'clock. And she didn't say to herself, there's no way taking all that thing back off, because I got to go to work.
All right. So we're having some of the votes come in.
You think Glennis is like, have you ever met like those working daddies who kind of always have on work clothes? Yeah, like no matter what you invite your daddy to, he come in dickies.
Glennis just Sonny, not everyone cares for a tailored suit. Okay. I just like my men to...
Who don't care for a tailored suit? Who said that?
Some of the people whose suits there wasn't tailored.
That sounds like somebody with... I'm going to say, the only person who don't care for a tailored suit is a fella in a non-tailored suit. Duh.
Okay. But Glennis just say she ain't doing it. Yeah. So, I can't even say anything bad about her. She just say, I ain't doing it. I done been here, and I ain't doing it. His sleeves were too tight. He was ready to Hulk out.
But have you... when last have you been to a wedding?
Glennis say to ask someone else to do it.
You only see, when you go to weddings these days, all the groomsmen look like Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Everybody's dressed like the chipmunks now. The pants too short, the jacket too tight. That is the new way of the world. No one got on socks. It's 95 degrees out there, my friend. Why you assume you could come out your house with I know your foot care ain't that good. I could tell from the way you walking, you have a bunion or ingrown toenail. My friend, go put a sock on your foot. You ain't that good.
Yeah, but people's giving Glennis a pass. They say she's been doing this for years. She ain't doing it. All right, so votes are coming in.
Glennis could attend by proxy. I don't think nobody would have given up.
People are saying Lincoln and opposition, Lincoln and Beth. So Lincoln and Beth, I just amazing. I think they just looked absolutely great.
Plus they're young, and youngness.
Best in government, Leslia and Leander.
Yeah.
I think as a couple, Absolutely.
They nailed it.
They looked amazing.
So can I say this about Mr. Rule, the other half of the Pia Rule duo? Like he looked like, all right, Pia, you got 25 minutes out of me. Let's don't push it to 30, eh?
Yeah.
You know, like, because you know there's some guys that can only tolerate a suit for so long. You know that? You know, like when you get like a certain, like, you know, wearing a suit, I assume you do, because I suspect it's the same thing for women, but, you know, putting a suit on requires a level of body discipline. Like, you know, like you can't just slouch and drag. Like, you have to maintain your posture. Okay. And when you take your suit off, that is actually, hey, sometimes, you know, you wear a suit today, Friday, you feel like, Jesus, that suit is on long.
Sandy, put on your fascinator.
So, Mr. Rowe look like Pia. I can give you 1 hour in this suit. You go there, you let them, you tell them, let you swear in voice.
So
you have to leave.
It looks like everybody is saying couples, the deals, and the Bryces.
Yeah.
Hands down, they look the best. I think individually, I think Pia looked amazing. But I must say, I think 93% of the wives looked the part.
Indeed.
Some of them, I'm not saying the rest did not. I just feel like a lot of it was Easter Sunday and not opening of the house. They still looked good, and some of them didn't compliment the husbands. Like, and the husbands didn't, they didn't say, babe, what color you wearing? I can wear this color. It was like, oh, this what you putting on?
It's a day?
But yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah. It wasn't cohesive. Someone said, Halkitis' wife and Deal's wife, my second light color picks, my dark color picks, Leslia and Pia. I want to see Halkitis' wife. People keep saying that, but I haven't seen it. Glennis says she too old to dress up. Come as you are, Wednesday. That's what it was.
I tell you, Glennis probably got a meeting for 3 o'clock. Or a flight, because remember she's Minister of Tourism. Glennis said, child, I got to go to the airport for 3.
I ain't doing it.
I can't. My fascinator can't clear through the thing.
Kim Roll most definitely looked beautiful. Someone said our Bahamian women are the most beautiful in the world. Oh, thank you.
Indeed.
I think that everybody looked nice. I think that today was long for them, and everybody's probably having a nice little cold drink right now.
How important is it to get a dress code correct, though? Like, do you think that's one of those things that is also becoming lost in the minds of people?
I think that people are moving away from it.
How, if they put it on the invitation?
Because I think a lot of people are moving away from tradition, but you know how I feel about it. There are people who believe that, like you, that our traditions and things that we've been doing for decades are things that we need to continue to do. And I'm more of a, I think we can evolve type of person. Somebody sent me a picture of how.
But if you could wear whatever you feel like, right?
Okay, she does look nice.
If everybody could just wear whatever they feel like, right? How do you tell when somebody's inappropriately dressed? Like, how do you? Okay, because I imagine back in the day, they would deny you access to an event if you were improperly dressed, right? So how do you say, no, you aren't dressed correctly. You can't attend. You don't have on the dress code, right? Do you think people would pay more attention to a dress code then?
Maybe, yes. But my question is, do we still need certain dress codes in certain places?
If you got an invitation to go see King Charles, you don't identify or you don't...
I think you should dress appropriately. But why? The reason that I asked that is because by your own definition, a lot of the men and some of the women who were there today were not adhering to what the proper dress would have been. But it wasn't inappropriate.
Not inappropriate, no.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. As long as I think people are appropriate, do we really have to adhere to the stick?
But then there's also the notion or the thought that the host put the effort into being properly dressed to see you. Why would you not extend that same courtesy?
But the definition of appropriately dressed continues to change, right?
He dressed the dress code.
Who?
The host. If the host at a black tie event, he's going to be in a black tie or a white tie or a red tie.
Put the hat back on?
I'm just saying, the host...
Put the fascinator back on.
The host puts effort into being dressed to see you. Why aren't you doing the same thing for the host?
I mean, just because you want to put on a suit, if I'm not comfortable in that, do I have to? They told me to put it back on.
You could also decline my invitation. Why you come? You want the lobster and the lamb, right?
Well, if I have to dress a certain way that... I mean, I feel as long as it's appropriate. That's just how I feel. As long as you're appropriately dressed. Some people are saying that some people weren't appropriately dressed.
Like, did you watch the opening of the British Parliament? I mean, these fellas got on ascots under their neck, and it's a part of their dress.
I get that, but I'm not big on adhering to things just because some people did it 200 years ago.
Okay.
That's just me. I mean,
that's the reason you put tomato paste in your rice, because your Grammy do it 200 years ago. The reason?
No, because it tastes better. I do things my own way, though. I follow recipes and then I put.
The jury is still.
Today was not just about tradition. People are forgetting the importance of the day. Someone said they're with you, leaving. I guess in terms of tradition, someone said most persons lost a dress code. Shoulders out is out of order.
Yeah.
Some of them breasts were exposed.
Well, I think you could get away with shoulders out if it is a conservative enough set of straps, right? Because we do still live in a subtropical climate. And so you have to always factor that in, which is what I think Fred Mitchell's argument is for the bush jacket, which I endorse. I want to tell you, Fred Mitchell, I am with Fred Mitchell 100,000% on the Guyabera. I think Guyabera ought to be the standard official dress for the country, simply because it is in the region. When you go to regional meetings, all of them fellas got on Guyaberas, right? But if your boss show up in a necktie, my friend, put one necktie on. It's as simple as that.
You just like your own way. It's not necessarily about liking my own way. I just feel like over time things change. And just because somebody did something 20 years ago when it may have been appropriate then does not necessarily mean that it is something that we do today. That's all I'm saying.
It's just like how no officer beneath the rank of commissioner while walking with the commissioner is not in step with the commissioner.
Okay, that's completely different. We talk.
No, I'm just saying. Yes. So, there is a reason these things exist.
Yeah, but I also think that the reason that those things exist also changed during the years. The look of what people are expected to look like to be in Parliament has changed. We have people in there with locks. The look of what reporters are supposed to be. There was a time when we couldn't wear braids. I had to fight to wear braids because that is something that I feel like we should have been able to do. I just feel like just because someone didn't do it many years ago doesn't necessarily mean that we can't change it. I'm not saying to hell with it and just throwing it all away, but I'm saying, sometimes you can change.
I want everybody at home.
I want to say something really quick.
Go on.
I want to send a special happy birthday to my daughter.
Oh, happy birthday, daughter.
She's 18 today.
Hey, 18.
I know.
Wet up the bar. What else is doing when you're 18? Gal, come for $20 from me, huh?
No wetting up of the bar. It's time for us to go. I just wanted to send a special happy birthday to my daughter. She's 18 today. Happy birthday, Eden Pinder. Do not wet up the bar, huh? Oh, look at which camera?
This one.
Oh, happy birthday. I don't even know if she's watching, child, but happy birthday. She's
drinks for everybody. Eden got the first one. Eden come for $20, gal. I got your face too. Anyway.
Bye, y'all. It was fun.
Everyone, watch or go on YouTube Black Rod. Yeah, I think it gives you a good idea of how much,
All right.
goes into this stuff.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. I look like a good pastor's wife.
Don't fool with that, child.
Why would y'all even put that on me?
A Baptist one, maybe.